welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I do lifestyle on my channel, shopping hauls and a little bit about money and savings. I'm also going to start doing cooking, but main niche on my channel is lifestyle. I've stopped doing some shopping hauls for now because we're in lockdown for 2 months in the UK because of the current pandemic. So I've slightly changed my schedule from shopping hauls to organisation, because I feel this will cater to everyone as well, regardless if you've got a job or you've lost your job. Everyone can get organised in the home, so I think that'd be really good. I'm going to today start doing one of my kitchen cupboards, because I've started on the fridge on the one side, and now the cupboards with all my tins, jellies and other things in are getting on my nerves. So I'll just show you what I've got for that. Over here I've got these 12 spice jars, and on the end, I'll just show you, that's what it looks like, the plastic thing on top. Just to show you here, I've bought these are the jars, and I've put a sticker on there. This one is ground white pepper. Now, I was supposed to upload this on Sunday just gone, but I'm about a day or two late because the stickers never come. So there will be an extra video this week, which may appear to be a bonus video for some people, but it's just really to make up for the Sunday, because I can't keep missing them, my videos. So some weeks might have more than others, just to make up from the following week. So anyway, I'll just show you what's in these, and I can link them below as well. But I thought I'd do this sitting down, as my kitchen's only small. This is the 12 jars, the one over there with my pepper in. I'm going to put that in there for later. Now, some people have put them on the top of the lid, but I'm going to have mine staggered, and I'll show you what on in a minute. They're going to be like step down. They're going to be on like a little stepper. So I don't want to be looking at the top of my jars. But looking at the top of your jars is quite good if you store them that way, and then you look on the rack. It all depends on what style your rack is, to be honest. I'm just going to pack them away a minute and show you these, what I've got. I can link these below as well. I ordered a delivery on Wilkinson's. I'll get that out in a minute. And I've got 4 of these, which I've been after for such a long time. Though some of you know that I put on Facebook or my Instagram a while ago that I went into Wilkinson's for these, and there was such a fuss about how much to charge when I showed them it's £4.50 online. They refused without a barcode, and I wasn't very happy really, because I nearly spent £60 in the Wilkinson's, and it really put me off ever going back into that store again. So I went online and I signed up to an email. Now, I don't know if I got an email or not to tell me these were back in stock, but I just happened to reload the page that I'd already had it on. These were off, they'd slid off the shelves. So I've just put them back on to show you. So I was saying that I had these, and I just happened to order them, and I thought I'd have 4 to start off with, because they're very useful. But I have got some older ones which haven't got this rubber on, which I will be showing you how I reuse my stuff in another video. So them old ones will go upstairs for something else, which I will show you in a bedroom organisation with me video. So I've got 4 of them. So with that, I'm just going to take you guys to the kitchen with me, and I'll show you what my issue is with the cupboard. This is my cupboard, and these are the old steppers just here. The new ones are slightly longer. But my mum put these packets here which need sorting out. I have seen another container for that, but I'm not getting that yet. And then this is all my old, up here, Hello Fresh ingredients which I might use. I'm just going to put that down there. And I've got odd bits and pieces like breadcrumbs and bits and pieces like white sesame seeds, which I have got a sesame seed label. So these are my seasonings at the moment, which are all in a pot and look a bit of a mess. This is a random pot noodle that needs to go with these. but I haven't put them away yet, as I'm doing this video for you guys, and it's an organisation video, so I want to strip all this cupboard out and start afresh. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to start that and put you guys on time lapse. I've got bits of things like this sugar here, which should be in this cupboard over here, which is my baking one. That will be in another video if you guys like this one, and let me know in the comments. And I've got a tea set behind this honey here. I'll just move that to show you quickly, and that's all hidden away, and I've got some random bits and pieces up there that I need to sort out. And there's my milkshake and my crackers. So obviously at the moment, as you see, it's not being used to the best ability. I started the fridge, I'll just quickly show you that, with these mats, which have made a big difference, but that needs cleaning. I might do that in a vlog. I haven't decided yet because I'm still working on my vlog. But this is my loose leaf tea, which will be moved maybe up here. So I'm just going to put you guys on time lapse now and get on with stripping the cupboard out and reorganising it all. First stage is just to clear everything out of the cupboard so I can start a complete fresh and I can reorganise the cupboard. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. I've nearly finished now clearing out the cupboards. I'm just going to finish on the top shelf with random jars and bits and pieces, and bits of clutter at the top that I need to get rid of, and then I can start putting all my cupboards back together again and reorganising it into the right sections again. Beyond gravel, beyond all, a bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. I'm just wiping over my cupboards with a microfiber cloth, and I think it's Midnight Blooms, the floral spray. Now this is a rare opportunity for me to clean out my cupboards. I did do them a year ago, so I'm just going to give them an extra wipe over. So they shouldn't be dirty, but I just wanted to make sure they were extra clean for when I put everything back into the cupboard. Beyond gravel, beyond all. As you can see guys, all my cupboard is now empty, and I'm ready now to get them shelves I showed you earlier. I've not tried them in obviously yet, but I'll just tilt the camera forward to show you all the stuff out of my cupboard. This is all my stuff here. Seasonings here, vodka here. Now I'm not an alcoholic, this comes from a a mixer set that's an old friend got me. And then over here I've got some soups and like, I mean not soup, yeah I've got some soup, cup of soups, and I've got some like chopped tomatoes. Here I've got some more seasoning things and general bits and pieces, but I'll just put the camera back up for you guys so you can see. And now I'm just going to start with the tins because I think that's going to be easier for me, and then the random bits and pieces like this kit and that I'll put somewhere else. After cleaning the cupboards, I put the 3-tier cupboard stepper in, and I've put the tins in first as I have a lot of tins and I thought these would be easier to start with. The top tip here is to start with something that you've got a lot of, and then odd bits and pieces that you've got left can fit around other things later, as you'll see in this video. I've just put the other steppers in the cupboard now, ready to do the seasoning. I got these stickers off Amazon. I will link them below for you guys if you're interested. They are just clear with a little pattern and they feel like quite bubbly on top, is the only way I can describe them. And they've got white writing, so they show up on clear glass jars, which I'm going to put them on my new seasoning jars, so I can clearly see what seasonings are where.
Carried all the weight on my shoulder, had me going never once I told you no, told you no. Kept going like a marching soldier, play my part, boy, I had to hold you down, hold it down. When the tidal waves come around and wipe off what we built, would you fight for love, or would you back down and let our hope drown? When the world is everything, no break us up for good, would you hang around?
Now, it looks like I'm messing around here, but I'm just putting the stickers onto the jars and selecting which ones I need before I load them into the cupboard, as they were quite hard to see on the packaging. So I'm just trying to level them out and make sure they're all about the same height in the right places on the jars. This was quite time consuming So if you've got to go out or anything, I wouldn't rush to do this. I'll do this when you've got plenty of time on a day off or something like I did. As, like I say, it did take quite a bit of time, but it was well worth it when you see the finished results later.
When the tidal waves come around and wipe up what we built, would you fight for love or would you back down and let a hole drown? Siendo que ya no te tengo, o al menos yo no tu amor. No. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah. Cuando esas caricias tocaban toda tu piel. Tell me how you feel about us. Tell me how you feel about us.
I'm just using an old plastic funnel here to put some spice into one of the jars, as this was quite hard. Some of the spices had gone a bit hard in the store-bought jars, so I also thought this was quite good to decant them into the new jars and loosen up some of the spices ready to use in the future. I'm just going to now get the paprika. Sorry it isn't very focused on this camera. It has got autofocus on, but it's not very good, I don't find. And I'm just going to put the paprika into the new containers that I showed you earlier. And I'm just going to label that one up now as well, as that one had quite a lot in it. Some will have more than others depending. They're not all going to be new, are they? Because you've used some of them. Another top tip for you lot at home would be to get all the stickers, instead of what I'm doing here wasting time looking through each sheet, would be to get the stickers out, and I started to stick them on the bottom of my cupboard where the little ledge is there, where the black dots are, as this was easier to see what I had and I didn't have to waste time looking on each sheet for each spice, as I did look at some of the sheets and think they had some of the spices I had, but they didn't. So some of them I will have to get bespokely made up. This is the finished jar, just to show you, with the new sticker on, and that is the mixed herb one just going in there now into the new jar. I haven't used a lot of these herbs, so it makes me realise that as I will be getting into cooking more at home, I hopefully will be using these more now that I can see them better as well, and I know what I've got. I did have a lot of 2 chicken ones, and I think I had 1 or 2 fish seasonings as well, but these weren't on the labels either. As you can see, the second stepper opposite my tinned goods is starting to take shape. I'm starting to see that it's looking more organised, and I'm just cracking on with doing the rest. This is what it looks like with the seasoning in. These are bigger as well, I will point out, than the little ones you get in the supermarket. So if you want to fill these ones up that I've bought and change the containers, you possibly need 2 of each spice to fill it up, as there wasn't enough in some of them because some seasonings had been used up and some were just generally smaller, I found, in the supermarkets than these containers anyway.
I've tried, written down the words to say it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside. Baby, got it all figured out, wanna do this right. There's no doubt in my mind, baby, you're the one. And tonight, I am going all the way. The way you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say, now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh. Sounds like a fool, 'cause when you touch my hair, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is say I love you. You don't know how I shiver inside. Doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not worth less than perfection. Ooh, thought it was in my hands, now I'm all confused. Turning gold into sand, don't know what you do to me. All I know is you can take my breath away. Yeah, 'cause when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say, now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, I'm trying to do is let you know that when you touch my hand, it all goes away.
I just want to add in here, these seasoning jars I got, I thought would be quite good if you've got like a zero waste shop or one of the old fashioned waste shops where you go in and you waste flour, caster sugar and all that type of baking and cookery type stuff. My zero waste shop is currently closed at the moment, it's all online only. But when eventually we are allowed back in, it would be good to take some of these jars along and fill them up with the seasonings that I use as well. So I thought that's quite eco-friendly instead of buying the jars and having the horrible plastic lids on top. They're quite eco-friendly, and I know there's a place in Nottingham which, if you're interested, let me know and I'll link it below. They also do online as well. They don't have a shop, they have like a warehouse where you can order these type of items online and they send them out at a reasonable price as well, I'll add. I'm still wasting time here, as you can see, looking for the right stickers. But the top shelf as well, I tried to get out earlier, but I couldn't work out how to do it. So I am going to look at maybe moving that later, as the two steppers on the second shelf have been wasted entirely. I can't get enough tins and bits and pieces on, as the gap is too narrow in the middle. So I will be looking at changing that later. I'm just finishing off my seasoning / spice section now, and it looks amazing. I'm really happy with this, and I'm just showing you once again what one of the jars looks like when it's not completely full, as I mentioned earlier. So I thought I'd show you that as well, so you get to see a range of what works best, but I personally think they look better full.
Posting pictures on the gram so other people know that we're more than friends. Ever since you came around, I've never been sober, always in my head. Met you at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be, so if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me down.
As I mentioned earlier, I wasn't happy with the top shelf, so I've eventually got a screwdriver and forced the clip in so I can slide them up. These are very old cupboards, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, so they're not as modern as some of you guys will have at home. They've got a safety locking device on the clips to stop people knocking the shelves out and having accidents. I think that's the reason. So I've now moved my shelf up and the steppers fit in better, and I can actually get my gravy and parsley sauce granules on the stepper. Now some of these I've got 2 beef ones and 2 chicken ones. I've got 2 chicken because my dad gave me one when he left the country to go and work abroad, and I've got 2 beef ones because I found with Bisto some of their products have got a bit watery and I've been using extra to make it thicker. The other side I'm just putting some lentils and some leftover HelloFresh stuff in above the tins, as these weren't really fitting in very well and it felt they were being wasted. But now I've put the shelf up higher, it's much better, and I'm making more use of the lower quarter of my cupboard, which I always use week in, week out.
Met you at a time when I was so low. Went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be. So if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me drown.
My top tip here as well is always have things you use weekly at the bottom. Anything you don't use as much, move towards the top, as you're going to need easy reach and access to everything you use every week. There's no point in having something you use day in, day out right at the top, as it's going to put you off using it and it will go out of date. So anything you use more regular, put near the bottom, and anything you use less often goes further up on the second or the third shelf. And then I've got a few odd bits and pieces on the top of mine, as that's extra storage, and then my ice cream containers for in the summer to make my own ice cream. I will be doing a video on that hopefully this year, but I will be experimenting first. my little vodkas and spirits into this white basket which originally housed the seasoning jars. So I've put them in there for now because I do need to use them up. I've had them a good few years and they need to go, so I can free up some space in my cupboard. As you see behind, I've got some porridge and I would like to get some more of that for work, so I'd like more space in my cupboards. So I'm just going to put them back in a minute up on the top shelf or the middle shelf, as I don't use them that often. I'm just starting to finish off now, and I'm just going to put some bits and pieces between the spices and the jars, as this is a good gap, to be honest. This will be good for like cuppa soups, but I just had some random tins, so I put some chopped tomatoes there that I had, and I put my cuppa soup in, and I put my oats in for work, as I'm trying to get more healthy with work, as I'm always on the go at work, working outdoors a lot of the time, going in and out of places. So I want to have high energy foods like oats. When B&M open up as well, I do hope to go there and get some bits and pieces like packet rice and some more oats with flavours in. But it's a bit difficult at the moment.
We got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side.
Well, I don't know if you're still with me at this point. We're just finishing off now by showing you the finished results of my cupboard. I'm really happy with this, to be honest. It's gave me so much pleasure doing these organisational videos for you guys, and I love organising my home. I am tempted to get the container for the packet mixes though, as they are still kind of everywhere. These jellies I don't have often. I have them every now and then, but I prefer the smaller pots because you do get a lovely bit of juice in them, but the bigger ones don't have any juice, it's all just pure jelly. Here we have the spices, which are all nicely spaced out, and I did have a play around with them, spacing them out so they didn't look all too cramped in. I did move them around after the video and have a little play after. Up here I've got my alcohols and my chopped tomatoes, and I've got the chickpeas from HelloFresh, black beans, and down here I've got my pineapple chunks, and I've got my fish tins like tuna, salmon, and I've got some random crackers there, which I just put them there because I can grab them on the way out to work. Here I've got some more packets like Delight and things which I will be using, and as you see, my tin. I just want to say goodbye, and please give me a thumbs up and comment below, as I do always speak to you guys in the comment section and try and get back to people as quickly as I can during work. When I go to work, I normally have a little look on my social medias, and I'm trying to get better at Instagram. As some of you know, I do struggle with that, with the stories and that, and how it all works, as I was a bit late to the party, to be honest, with Instagram, but I am on there as well. And you can follow me at lewisbrain X So I've put some pictures and different bits on there, but I think my next video will be another cooking one, and I am looking into doing another floristry video, as I know a lot of people enjoyed this last time. So that's all for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye!